Kolkata rape and murder storm escalates. Supreme Court plays West Bengal government.
Not recording, not registering an FIR till late in the evening, and the critical facilities are damaged in the morning or whenever the mob enters. What was the police doing?
Kolkata cops' incompetence called out. Lens on ex-principal Dr. Sandeep Ghosh.
तो उसने हमसे बात की नहीं की। सारे दिन हम उधर 12 बजे से शाम 7 बजे तक था।
Top court sets up national task force for doctors' safety. Supreme Court glare to ensure justice for Abhay. Top focus on 5 Live.
Day 11 since the horrifying Kolkata rape and murder, and today the Supreme Court stepped in. I'm going to tell you exactly what they've said and why it could be a turning point in this entire saga. I'm Shiv. Thanks for being with me on 5 Live. Here are the headlines. Victim Abhaya's father drops a big bombshell, says former principal of the RG Kar College is hiding something and has refused to speak to the parents. CBI probes doctors' call records and chat details. Maharashtra on the boil after 2 minors sexually assaulted in their Mumbai suburban school 2 weeks ago. SIT formed to probe the horror. 1 cleaning staff arrested. Maharashtra Mantri's appeal for an end to the Rail Roko protest. Why were they so late? 5:30 p.m. My top story. Big UPSC lateral entry U-turn by the government. Rolls back advertisements seeking lateral entry in different government positions. Sources say Prime Minister Modi wanted to promote inclusivity, will seek suggestions from opposition parties next. This comes a day after Chirag Paswan, other allies and opposition leader Rahul Gandhi had raised the issue. Siddaramaiah versus Governor flashpoint escalates in Karnataka. Chief Minister moves Lokayukta to seek governor probe against H.D. Kumaraswamy. D.K. Shivakumar says no evidence of any scam involving Chief Minister Siddaramaiah.
The law of this country will protect my Chief Minister. There is no evidence to prove that my Chief Minister has done anything wrong.
Kerala's dirty picture is out. Damning Hema panel report reveals Malayalam cinema's dark truth. Casting couch, molester rackets and all-male power groups in the Malayalam cinema industry exposed. For the last 11 days, the Mamata Banerjee government in Kolkata has been indulging more in firefighting and damage control and reputation management rather than investigating the rape and murder of a young doctor. More machinery, it appears, has been used in so-called fighting misinformation, of which there is most definitely a certain amount, and trying to debunk what they believe is the media not doing its work. They've sent out scores of notices to journalists, to social media handles, rightfully so, regarding misinformation. But today they hit a wall that they perhaps cannot send a notice to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, which, and this cannot be made up, is asking the same questions that the media has been asking. Right here on 5 Live through this week, several of the questions that we've been asking here, through interviews with the family of the victim, through people in the administration, through crematorium staff and through others, only to be called BJP lackeys and sold out journalists by the Trinamool Congress. Well, today, Justice Chandrachud, the Chief Justice of India in the Supreme Court, in a 3-bench hearing of this case, asked some very hard-hitting questions of the Mamata Banerjee government and the Kolkata police. Only this time, perhaps, the Bengal government cannot turn around, point an angry finger at the Supreme Court and call them BJP lackeys. Take a look.
Until late night, we find that no FIR was raised.
That's also not correct.
The Supreme Court's hard-hitting observation against Kolkata horror. The Supreme Court questioned the unexplained delays by Mamata government. Kolkata rape victim's body found at 7:30 a.m. Sent for post-mortem between 1 to 4 p.m. Handed over for cremation at around 8:30 p.m. But FIR was filed at 11:45 p.m. The Supreme Court came down heavily on Mamata government and Kolkata police and questioned the delay.
Crime was detected in the early hours of the morning.
Yes.
After the crime was detected in the early hours of the morning, the principal of the hospital tries to pass this off as a suicide.
Not true.
Her parents are not allowed to see the body. The parents are not allowed to see the body for almost.
No, Malad, I'm sorry. Anyway, Malad, this is the impression.
Our investigation
We'll have to place the facts before your lordships. We have investigated that. This is not correct.
Until late night, we find that no FIR was raised.
That's also not correct.
The CJI also blasted Kolkata police for not protecting the crime scene and allowing a large armed mob to run riot near the crime scene.
What are they doing?
Well,
They allow vandals to enter the hospital. And,
It's impossible that 7,000 people can gather without the consent.
Please, 1 second.
allow me.
7,000 people can never gather without knowledge or consent of the police.
This is not an adversarial litigation.
It's not. Therefore, let us not be in denial mode. One girl has lost life.
The CJI also expressed concerns over victims' identity being revealed.
I'm deeply concerned of the fact that the name of the deceased who was assaulted and murdered, the name has been published all over the media. Photographs have been published all over the media.
Correct.
Video clips, obviously, either before or after the post-mortem, have been published,
Right.
showing her body, after she was subjected to it. It's extremely concerning.
The top court asked for the status report of the probe from the CBI on Thursday and asked Bengal government to furnish reply on hospital attack.
We would want the investigation has been handed over to the Bureau of Investigation.
Yes. Done. Yes.
We want CBI to file a status report before this court on Thursday.
Correct.
We will take up the case on Thursday. We want CBI to apprise us on the status of the investigation.
Correct.
The investigation obviously must be at a very sensitive stage so that it's something which will be submitted to the court.
The top court, taking note of atrocities happening on doctors, formed a national task force and reassured doctors that it will ensure their safety.
Setting up, under the authority of this court, a national task force. The national task force will consist of a diverse segment of doctors from different parts of the country. We want them to make us recommendations in regard to the modalities to be followed across India. We're not only talking of the R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital, but modalities to be followed all over the country for ensuring safety at the workplace first and foremost.
With the matter now in top court, parents of the victim and doctors are hoping for justice. With Nalini Sharma and Kanu Sharda in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
You've heard what the Supreme Court has said, but here are the forward-looking big questions that we're asking on day 11. Number one, and this is a question for the CBI, why is a basic investigation pertaining to DNA testing, etc., taking so long? The Supreme Court has now ordered the CBI to provide a full report by Thursday, that's day after tomorrow. Why is there still no clarity on whether there was more than one accused involved? The lack of clarity on this has allowed a huge amount of misinformation and speculation to spread. Number three, is there no headway in the gang rape angle in this investigation so far? The CBI has had this case for the last many days. Why is there no clarity yet on semen sample examination? This is one of the most rudimentary tests that the CBI can actually do. Why the delay on this crucial aspect that has become a flashpoint and has become a hub for a great deal of claims versus counterclaims? And it's very important because there is a huge difference between rape and gang rape, which if it's gang rape, then there are people out there who are also part of this crime. Why is the Central Forensic Science Laboratory result still not out? All of these samples were taken many days ago for a case that has such a huge spotlight on it. Even the Supreme Court has now stepped in. Why is it taking so long for all these facts to actually come out? These are hard questions for the CBI that we are asking here on 5 Live. Shreya Chatterjee is live with us from Kolkata. Shreya, the Chief Justice of India has asked for a full update on the investigation by Thursday from the CBI. What are you hearing? Are they likely to provide a full comprehensive assessment of some of the questions we've asked and some of the questions that the Supreme Court has also put forward?
Well, Shiv, you know, the Central Bureau of Investigation will definitely have to provide a status report on the investigation that they have proceeded with. Today is the 5th day. We've already seen a 5 round of questioning so far as the principal is concerned. So far as the other officials, for example, the close aide of Sanjay Roy, who was also called in for the second time today, the students from the department who was last seen with the deceased, and they were also one of the first respondents in the crime scene. All of them have been questioned multiple times. Even then, there hasn't been any fresh arrest that has happened from the side of the CBI, is why there is a lot of patience that's not really, staying with those protesting right now. So clearly the CBI will have to give a status report. The DNA, Shiv, as you rightly pointed it out, will clear that whether at all this was a gang rape or not, because that will give a clarity. So once that comes in, probably the clarity will come in. But as of now, CBI continues their round of questioning. They will have to submit a status report by Thursday. But we are being told that there have been inconsistencies in the statements that the principal has been giving when they corroborate with the others whose statements have also been recorded by the CBI.
All right, Shreya, thanks very much for getting us that crucial input. Thursday, the CBI has no choice but to provide a full status report on where the investigation stands at this point of time. Remember, by Thursday, it'll be day 13, 2 weeks since the crime took place. We've got breaking news coming in now. And the glare on the former principal of the RG Kar College and Hospital, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, has intensified after marathon grilling by the CBI. Dr. Sandeep Ghosh has now been summoned by the Kolkata police tomorrow. Remember, the Kolkata police has belatedly begun its own investigation into Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. He's been asked to appear at the Tala police station at noon tomorrow to be questioned. The CBI has also summoned ASI, Assistant Sub-Inspector Anup Datta of the Kolkata Police's 4th Battalion. He is said to be close to Sanjay Roy, not Sanjay Ghosh, Sanjay Roy, the arrested civic volunteer, the chief accused, the main accused in the rape and murder case. Rajesh Saha is live with us. Rajesh, the spotlight on the principal of the former principal of RG Kar Medical College Hospital, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, is obviously increasing. The Kolkata police has also, set up an SIT against him. He's been summoned by the police tomorrow. This is a man, who was seen to have powerful connections. He was immediately reinstated after being suspended, when this crime had actually come to light. But the Kolkata police appears to be acting against him now. How do you see this?
exactly, Shiv. We all know revealing the identity and name and picture of any rape victim is unethical and illegal, and this is also a punishable offence according to Section 78 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. But for some unknown reason, that Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, the former principal of R.G. Kar Hospital, revealed the name of the rape victim who was brutally killed at R.G. Kar Hospital that night. And during the press conference, briefing the media, the former principal has mentioned her name not one time. He has mentioned her name several times, following which several police complaints has been lodged with different police stations. And as sources information we are getting from police sources, one advocate, Shayan Sachin Bosu, complained against the former principal with Kolkata Police Commissioner and also the DGP of West Bengal, following which an FIR has been filed at Tala Police Station in North Kolkata. And for that investigation, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh has been summoned by Kolkata Police, and he has been asked to appear before the Tala Police Station at around 12 p.m. tomorrow. Cheers.
Okay, Rajesh, thanks very much for that update. 12 noon is when he has to appear tomorrow. Well, this former principal, Sandeep Ghosh, most definitely faces trouble. There is most certainly more than meets the eye here. The victim's father, Abhaya's father, remember, claims that there is a sinister plot by Dr. Sandeep Ghosh and has asserted that he is hiding something. We don't know what that is. Only an investigation can tell. Earlier today, Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, criticized Dr. Sandeep Ghosh and highlighted how the principal of this institution tried to pass this off as a suicide and that the parents were not allowed to see the body for the longest time. Take a look.
Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, former principal, R.G. Kar Medical College. He's the man at the center of the Kolkata rape and murder horror. Under fire for allegedly trying to pass off crime as suicide.
After the crime was detected in the early hours of the morning, the principal of the hospital tries to pass this off as a suicide.
Not true.
Her parents are not allowed to see the body. The parents are not allowed to see the body for almost.
No, but this is.
The principal resigns from this medical college.
He's sent to another hospital.
He's appointed as a principal of another college.
The victim's parents now alleged that he was trying to hide something the night their daughter was brutalized.
उसने हमसे बात भी नहीं किया. सारे दिन हम उधर 12 बजे से शाम 7 बजे तक था. उस टाइम में हम कितने समय तक आपको इंतजार करना पड़ा? 4 घंटे.
तो आपको भी शक है कि प्रिंसिपल को छुपाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, इसीलिए इस तरह का बर्ताव था?
छुपाने की कोशिश कर रहा था.
Dr. Sandeep Ghosh has been grilled for 5 straight days by the CBI. He has been questioned for over 50 hours and counting. India Today has exclusively accessed details of the CBI's questioning. He's been asked to specify what he did after being informed of the 31-year-old doctor's death, who he contacted after. Why he made parents wait for nearly 3 hours before they could see their daughter's body. Why did he order renovation of area near the crime scene, the seminar hall where the trainee doctor's body was found on August 9th?
Sources have confirmed to India Today that the former principal of R.G. Kar, Sandeep Ghosh, has some inconsistencies in the answers that he's giving to the investigators. It is being suggested that there are contradictions in his statements when corroborated with others who have also been questioned by the CBI. That's precisely the reason his chat details and call records are also being looked at by the CBI.
It is not just an alleged cover-up. There are allegations of corruption and extortion also against Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. The Kolkata police has now filed a corruption case against him. An SIT has also been formed to probe R.G. Kar Medical College's finances from January 2021 till date. With Shreya Chatterjee in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
And India Today Group Managing Editor Shweta Singh is on the ground in Bengal, in Kolkata and elsewhere. As the clamour for justice continues to escalate, especially now with the Supreme Court cracking the whip on the Mamata Banerjee government. Here you're going to see her speaking to Abhaya's family, the victim's family, and getting us a full update on what's happening on the ground. This is from the family's perspective.
क्या बहुत मतलब अच्छा बैकग्राउंड नहीं था? फादर ने हमसे बातचीत में बताया कि बहुत गरीबी से निकले थे।
एकदम लड़ाई तो बहुत बड़ा लड़ाई वो लोग को था। तो जैसे देखिए उनका फादर भी स्ट्रगल किया है, स्ट्रगल करके अच्छा पिता माता का नहीं होता तो लड़की का तो इतना अच्छा परवरिश नहीं होता। स्ट्रगल किया दोनों, बोथ फिर उनका माँ भी, दोनों भी। तो अभी जो स्ट्रगल किया है उनका एक ट्रेडिंग यूनिट हम लोग का पीछे है, यूनिट बैठा है। आदमी कम कर आदमी था, वो लोग भी था, कुछ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोडक्ट कपड़ा का उधर, मैंने उनका जितना पैसा जो है वो लड़की का ऊपर ही लगाया।
जिस दिन से ये खबर सुनी है आप पर क्या बीती है? आपकी अपनी बेटी उनके साथ की है।
देखिए एक चीज जब बताते हैं आप लोग, साइकोलॉजी, ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी बहुत अच्छी तरह से आप लोग पता है, क्योंकि करोड़ों लोग को इंटरव्यू आप लेते हैं। आपको देख के, मेरे को देख के अब पता चल गया हालत देख के कैसा है। 8 तारीख को मैंने आया है दिल्ली से, लेट नाइट था तो सोने में 3-4 बज गया। अचानक उनका फोन आया, उनका पिताजी का, जैसे हम अस्पताल जा रहा है, अस्पताल से फोन आया है कुछ हो गया। फिर बीच रास्ता में फोन किया का सुसाइड कर दिया बोला है। तो क्या बता रहे हो? बोले तुम जल्दी आ जाओ। तो हम तुरंत ड्राइवर को वेट नहीं करके मोटरसाइकिल लेके भाग के चला गया। कभी भी सोचा नहीं, जिंदगी में सोचा नहीं ऐसा होगा, ऐसा खबर आएगा अचानक। और उसको वहां पर जाके जो हुआ है वो तो देख के रंगटे खड़ा हो गया। बात करने का कोई ये नहीं था। मान लीजिए आधा घंटा हम लोग का सिचुएशन बहुत, वो लोग तो पहले गया था, मेरा पहले हो गया, मैं बाद में गया था, लेकिन बाद में जाने का बाद वहाँ का माहौल सब देख के आधा घंटा मेरा होश भी नहीं था। देखिए मैं तो एक लड़की का पिता हूँ और वो मेरा लड़की से 1 साल की 1.5 साल की बड़ी है। बाउंड्री वो लोग कभी छोटे थे। ये जो दुर्गा पूजा का टाइम आया है, वही जब मास्टर्स में एंट्री लिया है, उनको मामी को बोला मैं दुर्गा पूजा घर में करूँगी। किया है 2 साल, ये 3रा साल था। पूरा मार्केटिंग हो गया था उन लोग का, पूरा मार्केटिंग।
इंसाफ से ही शांति मिलेगी।
सिर्फ उनका पिता माता की नहीं है, मेरा भी नहीं है, अक्खा इंडिया का, वर्ल्ड में जितना चारों तरफ देखिए मेरे पास ये सब वीडियो आया है। मेरा दोस्त रिलेटिव जितना बाहर रहते हैं, सब कनाडा में रहते हैं, टोरंटो में, ऐसे हम इवन हम देखे पाकिस्तान बांग्लादेश से भी जो आवाज उठे हैं उन लोगों को मैसेज सब मैं कलेक्ट करके देख रहा हूँ जी। ये आवाज सिर्फ हम लोग का नहीं है, उनका पिता माता का नहीं है, दुनिया का है। सब चाहते हैं, सब भी चाहते हैं जी कुछ ये तो होना ही है, होना ही चाहिए।
আমরা চাই ওর শাস্তি হোক। এত সময় কেন লাগছে? আজকে 13 দিন হয়ে গেল, এখনো অবধি এর শাস্তি হচ্ছে না।
मन में भय भी लगता है कि
ভয় নেই, কোনো ভয় নেই, কিন্তু আমরা ন্যায় বিচারটা চাই। এটাই হচ্ছে যে আমরা ন্যায় বিচারটা চাই। আমাদের বাড়ির সামনে যদি এত বড় ঘটনা আজ আমার বাড়িতে হবে না এর কি গ্যারান্টি আছে? আমারও তো বাড়িতে মেয়ে সন্তান আছে, আমি বাইরে বেরোচ্ছি, সেটা তো আমারও তো একটা আতঙ্ক থাকবে যে আমি আমার এর পরবর্তীতে ভাববো যে আমি আমার মেয়েকে ডাক্তার বানাবো কিনা। কোনো প্রফেশনে তো কোনো নেই যে এটাতে আমি যা পাঠাবো এই মেয়েতে আমার মেয়ে সেফ থাকবে। কোনো কিছুতে তো আমাদের নেই যে ভয় আছে যে এটাতে আমি যা পাঠাবো আমার মেয়েকে, ওটাতে বাবা আমার মেয়ে যদি খারাপ হয়, এর দিয়ে তো আমাদের মেয়েকে ঘরেই রাখতে হবে। এখন আর বাইরে বেরোনে করার জন্য মেয়েকে তো বের করতেই পারবো না। এটাই আমাদের যে ন্যায় বিচারটা যেন আমরা পাই, যাতে শাস্তি পাই, এমনই শাস্তি হোক যাতে আর একবার নেক্সট বার যেন কাউকে করার আগে 10 বার ভাবে যে এই মেয়ে গায়ে হাত দেবো কি করব, যেন এইটা তাড়াতাড়ি
একদম একদম ফাঁসি চাই, যত তাড়াতাড়ি হয় এর বিচার তো অবশ্যই, নালে পাবলিকের হাতে দিয়ে দিই, পাবলিকের হাতে দিয়ে দিই, একদম আমরাই ওর শাস্তি দিয়ে দেবো।
যারা এই কাজ করেছে এত অসভ্যতা, তারা শাস্তি পাক, এটাই আমরা চাই। আর কি বলবো, এইসব শোনা দেখা নিজেদেরই ভয় লাগে, নিজেদেরই খারাপ লাগে। এরকম ভাবা যায় না, দেখা যায় না। মানে এটাই আমরা একটাই সবাই চাই যে এটা মানে যে অপরাধী করেছে সে শাস্তি যেন পায়।
It's a quiet neighborhood where stories of struggle lie all around. Nobody bothered, well, up till now. But that story of success from amongst them is no more. And every single person in this neighborhood now wants justice, and justice as soon as it can be delivered. With camera person Syed Mohsin, this is Shweta Singh in North 24 Pargana for India Today.
It was one of India's biggest and most notorious sex scandals from 2 generations ago. 32 years ago in 1992 in Ajmer, Rajasthan, in which over 100 schoolgirls were lured, photographed, raped and blackmailed as part of the infamous Ajmer gang rape, sex and blackmail scandal. And now 32 years later, all 6 accused in the Ajmer sex scandal have been sentenced to life imprisonment. Remember, 32 years after the crime. This case, which dates back to 1992, involved the gang rape, photography, blackmail of over 100 girl students from Ajmer's prestigious Mayo College School. The perpetrators blackmailed their victims using photographs of them being molested after being lured to a farmhouse, an act that sent shockwaves across the nation 3 decades ago. Among the primary accused was Farooq Chishti, who held the position of president of the Ajmer Youth Congress at that time. Nafees Chishti was the vice president of the Ajmer Indian National Congress, while Anwar Chishti served as the joint secretary of the Ajmer Indian National Congress. The involvement of such politically connected individuals added another layer of complexity to the case. Think about that for a moment. 32 years later, a life imprisonment sentence after most of the convicts have either already served their sentences, some of them have been acquitted, and some of them are out. But these 6 have received now a life sentence. Dev Ankur Vadhavan is live with me from Jaipur. Dev, you know, an entire current generation would not even remember this case. I myself, was 12 years old when this case happened. I heard about it many, many years later when we actually started journalism. But the Ajmer case was one of the most infamous cases. Tell us about what happens now. 32 years later, a life sentence to these 6 who are already in jail, I'm guessing.
Well, one of the most infamous, most gruesome details that emerged later on, how unsuspecting innocent girls, Shiv, from one very well-known girls' school in Ajmer, were lured. Their nude photos were clicked. They were gang raped, and all the accused allegedly at that time. And there is a lot of stuff that was revolving around how there was a lot of political patronage, how these accused, and I would like to mention the names of some of the accused, Shiv. One was Saeed Zamir Hussain, who now is 60 years old. Iqbal Bhati, he is now 52. Sohail Ghani, he is now 53. Salim Chishti, who is now 55. Nafees Chishti, who is now 54. And Naseem, who is now 55. Now, well, imagine, Shiv, all of these people were under 30 years old when this case first emerged in 1992. And, how the girls were lured, and several of the victims, Shiv, committed suicide. They died by suicide during the course of the trial that happened, and will you call it a travesty of justice, whether it's a fit case of justice delayed being justice denied, when so much has happened, when so much of water has flown under the bridge, whether actually this kind of a conviction coming forth will serve any purpose or not. The fact remains that there were a total of 18 accused, Shiv.
Yes.
These 6 have been held guilty today. They have been sentenced to life imprisonment, Shiv. And, there are several victims, several of whom were, really did not want their names to come forth. And there was a lot of embarrassment at that point in time. And now it emerges that 32 years later, the POCSO court has held 6 of the accused guilty in the case and sentenced them to life imprisonment.
The state of the criminal justice system in this country, 32 years later, one of the most horrifying cases. Look at it any which way that you want to. An entire generation scarred by this story, except this new generation scarcely even remembers it. Dave, thanks very much for getting us that update. With the angry national spotlight on Kolkata and what's happening in Bengal, the glare is also now on the other side of the country in Maharashtra, supposedly India's most prosperous state, where these are the scenes in the Mumbai suburb of Badlapur. This is in Thane district, where thousands of locals, citizens, non-political, people with no allegiances, people simply angry about what has happened in an English medium school in that particular town. 2 young school children, 3 and 4 years old, little toddlers, were sexually assaulted inside the school toilet. When their parents found out that they had been sexually assaulted, they approached the police, and instead of recording a statement and filing an FIR immediately to begin the investigation, they got a criminal runaround by the police on the ground in Badlapur. The parents had to wait for 12 hours. They were taken to the school. No action was taken there. Glaring lapses were noticed on site at the school. Even then the police refused to register an FIR. And you know what, viewer? The parents of these 2 little children, who had been proven medically to be victims of sexual assault inside the school, had to then approach the district child and welfare department. Only after an official there called the police that an FIR was finally lodged, half a day, 12 hours after the parents actually approached the police station. This crime took place last week. Over the entire week, ever since the parents have been up in arms, the government has been aware of it. They've been, of course, busy with their eye fixed on the approaching Maharashtra elections. They've been, of course, under Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, drumming up the entire Ladli Behna scheme. Devendra Fadnavis, the Home Minister, has also been busy politically. But now they've all been forced to come out and actually add some pressure, announce a special investigation team, transfer the senior police officials, suspend staff at the school, etc., only because of the kind of pressure that's been brought to bear by these huge crowds in Badlapur. Not because of the parents, not because of the media, not because of any action, but because of citizen power. Citizens simply fed up with the system that is aligned against victims, aligned against the people who are raped, aligned against the parents of small children. It's only this kind of action, this kind of resonance that forces action. And now the government wants to make you think, the Eknath Shinde government wants to make you think, yes, they've shown great alacrity. They've set up an SIT. Now the education minister has spoken out. Now they've reached out to the parents. What happened for a whole week is the big question. Take a look at this shameful story from Maharashtra.
This is what transpired just hours away from Mumbai.
This is the public outrage on what has happened in Badlapur.
Anger on the streets, and understandably so. after 2 girl toddlers were molested in their schools 2 weeks ago. And this is the monster who did it. The school janitor molested the 2 girls in the school campus and almost got away with it too. One of the victims confided to her parents and named the janitor. The parents immediately rushed the little girl to the doctor who confirmed the sexual assault. But the school shockingly ignored the parents, making them wait for 3 hours. Even cops turned up and did not register an FIR. Finally, after 12 hours, an FIR was registered. The shocking lapses in cracking down on the accused has led to widespread outrage.
किस वजह से आप लोग आज प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं? क्या कुछ आपकी मांगे रहेगी?
सर मेरे को एक ही बोलना है, जो मुख्यमंत्री लाड़की योजना निकाला है, अपनी बहन ही सुरक्षित नहीं है तो ये लाड़की योजना निकल के फायदा क्या? अगर ये हम लोग सुबह से 6 बजे से आंदोलन कर रहे हैं, कोई आमदार नहीं आया, कोई नगर सेवक नहीं आया, इसका मतलब क्या है? खासदार हीरो का खासदार अभी नहीं ये आया है, तो उन लोग आ रहे क्यों नहीं? हमको न्याय मांगते हैं, हमको बाकी कुछ नहीं मांगते, हमको उनको फांसी देना ही है।
आरोपी को सुरक्षा दे रहे हैं, आप आरोपी को खाना खिला रहे हैं, और जो पीड़ित लड़की है उसके माँ को उसको उन्होंने स्टेशन पे बिठा कर रखा, उनको देखा नहीं है, उनको किसी छोटी बच्ची पुलिस स्टेशन में सो रही है उसको बिठा कर रखा, उसको न्याय नहीं दे रहे, और जो आरोपी है उसको खाना खिला रहे प्रशासन है।
बेटी छोटी बेटी सब बच्चों सब स्कूल में छोटे छोटे बच्चे लोग जाते हैं, आज वो लड़की पीड़ित है, वो आदमी को फांसी देना बहुत जरूरी है, उसको फांसी दो।
It took parents and residents hitting the streets for the school principal and the class teacher to be sacked. Protesters upped the ante as they staged a rail roko demanding that the accused be hanged for his crime and a fast-track court be set up.
Let me show you the visuals right now from the Badlapur railway station. Complete locals, everyone are protesting over here. Also in the Badlapur, I saw that all the shops are completely shut down.
The government has also promised all demands will be met, even as the opposition slammed the administration for failing to crack the whip.
जो बदलापुर की घटना हुई है वो बहुत ही गंभीर है। वहां पर जिस प्रकार से 2 बच्चियों के साथ वहां के एक सफाई कर्मी ने एक प्रकार से कुकर्म करने का प्रयास किया या कुकर्म किया है, ये बहुत ही गंभीर इस प्रकार की बात है और हम इसकी बहुत ज्यादा निंदा करते हैं। और राज्य सरकार ने इस मामले में एक एसआईटी का निर्माण किया है। आईजी लेवल की महिला अधिकारी को एसआईटी का प्रमुख बनाया गया है। हमारा यह प्रयास है कि इस मामले की तुरंत जांच होकर और चार्जशीट भी जाए और फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में इसको हम चलाने की कोशिश करेंगे ताकि जो पीड़िता है उनको एक प्रकार से उसमें न्याय मिल पाए, इस प्रकार का हमारा प्रयास होगा।
की कोणतेही राजकारण न करता लवकरात लवकर कारवाई झाली पाहिजे। ती कारवाई म्हणजे नुसतं अटक केली, गुन्हा दाखल झाला, वर्षानुवर्ष केस चालले, निकाल लागला, वर्षानुवर्ष केसवरती त्या निकालावरती अंमलबजावणी होत नाही, या सगळ्या गोंधळावरती आता एक जरब बसली पाहिजे, तर आणि तरच आपण आपल्या बहिणीला लाडकी बहीण म्हणू शकू।
Amid the outrage over the Abhya rape case, it's clear even little girls are not safe. Even schools are also predator grounds. And it's clearly taking citizens coming out on the streets, making their voices heard for authorities to finally wake up to these ghastly crimes. With Saurabh Vakhtania and Divyesh Singh in Badlapur, Bureau Report, India Today.
And here's what Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had to say in the face of our questions on the inaction by the government and police so far in the Badlapur incident.
मैं सुबह ही पुलिस कमिश्नर से बात की। उन्होंने उनको पहले कहा कि पुलिस कमिश्नर को कि यहाँ पर जो आरोपी है उसको तो अरेस्ट पहले ही हो चुकी थी, उसके ऊपर जो सेक्शन है, पॉक्सो है, अटेम्प्ट टू रेप है, जो भी जितने भी कड़े कलम लगाने, सेक्शन लगाने, वो लगाने की मैंने सूचना दी हुई है। और इस केस को फास्ट ट्रैक में हम लेंगे
हम उसको स्पेशल पीपी अपॉइंट करेंगे और उसके बाद में इस केस को फास्ट ट्रैक चलाएंगे इस पूरे एविडेंस के साथ में। इस आरोपी को कड़ी से कड़ी, मतलब लोगों की मांग थी कि फांसी की सजा हो, तो हम फांसी की सजा की मांग करेंगे ताकि ऐसे कोई भी दूसरे आरोपी ने ऐसी हिम्मत नहीं करनी चाहिए, ऐसी कोशिश करने की। ये बड़ा हादसा है, ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है। एक छोटी बच्ची जो है ये उसके ऊपर ये बीती हुई घटना हुई है और इसलिए हमने पूरी तरह वो संस्था चालक जो है स्कूल है उसकी इंक्वायरी करने के लिए आदेश दे दिए। उनको भी अरेस्ट करने को कहा, जो दोषी है उसमें उनको अरेस्ट करने की सूचना दी, कार्रवाई करने की सूचना दी। पुलिस ने किसी ने लापरवाही की होगी तो उसकी भी इंक्वायरी करके कार्रवाई करने की सूचना दी।
Joining me live now is Priyanka Chaturvedi, Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament in the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray Sena. I want to go across to her first. Priyanka, you've put out a tweet listing, as we have done so ourselves, the various lapses. And I want to go through them one by one because we've got live images on our screen right now of the protests. No action by the government, the Eknath Shinde government so far, has convinced any of the thousands of protesters that they should step off this protest. In fact, it has actually increased in the last 1 hour. You've heard what Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, also has said. But the main initial point of worry in this entire matter is the fact that the police didn't even immediately register a case. I'll come to the government aspects of it in my second question. But the fact that the police made the parents wait for nearly half a day before registering an FIR.
So firstly, thank you so much, Shivaru, for taking this up. Simply because an hour and a half earlier, India Today was saying mobs are attacking the school and how Eknath Shinde has got into action, how the Home Minister has got into action. But let me tell you, this is too little too late. You've already heard the people. You've already heard their outrage. You're already seeing them out there on the streets protesting for justice. Let me take you to the background. The incident happened last week. Of course, we are talking about the cops not registering. We'll now have to get to behind the reason why the cops are not registering this FIR. As it comes to light, the director of the school happens to be a BJP office bearer. He is the chairman of social welfare department of the BJP. The CCTV footage stands to be damaged in that school. The school was not the first one. The school did not come forward to register this complaint. It was the parents who did the medical examination done after the girls complained. And there is also reasons to believe that this person who was sexually assaulted them, the accused, is a history sheeter, is a known history sheeter. Yet he was employed by this school. So for the school, the police to delay this FIR, to delay this investigation, for the Home Minister to not seal the school premises till the investigation was carried out, for the Education Minister to not step up as soon as this crime is reported, all indicate towards a certain scenario where the government itself was found wanting. And that is the unfortunate part. I did not want to get into the politics of it, but I had, yesterday also had written to the President about the Shakti bill that we had passed in the Assembly in 2021, just because they feel Uddhav Sahab Thackeray ji will probably get credit for coming up with a bill like this. They haven't pursued the President to give her assent to this important act, which would ensure stringent punishment, which would deter people from committing such crimes, which was giving a commitment from the state government that the speedy trial and speedy justice would be given to the girl. Within 15 days, investigation would be done. Within 30 days, the trial would begin in a separate court assigned only for, crimes against women and children.
In this particular case as well, and you say you don't want to get into the politics, but I believe that, politicians are there to effect change. So by all means, let's bring the politics into it, Priyanka. My question is, last week, the crime took place last week. It was over the weekend that things sort of started to happen after the first medical test, when the police was approached. Then, nearly half a day later is when the FIR was registered. It was only after the Child and Welfare Department of the district sort of was invoked, only then a FIR was registered. Only then the ball started rolling. My question is, at what point would the government must have known something was on? If there were well-connected people running this school, the government would have known long before any of this happened then.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you say that, yes, a politician should be speaking up on this because we are the ones who are going to be making these changes.
Yeah.
We expect accountability. And I'm glad you said this. So as far as this particular incident is concerned, the government of Maharashtra, which has allocated 200 crores of publicity budget for Ladki Behan Yojana, today it is the same women who are out on the street saying, we don't want your 1,500 rupees a month. Please give us justice for these girls. What is unfair to them is that they continue to say, oh, please, stop diverting trains and stop blocking trains. Go back to your homes. We will do justice to you. Now we formed an SIT. Now we've done this. Now we've done that. What we all doing till now? Why this delay in even ensuring that some kind of investigation takes place? So of course, there was influence. There was negligence. There was absolute zero political will to give justice to these to the two girls, and I believe there are several more girls who haven't actually come forward and spoken about their problems. But it goes on to show that today the people have been forced to hit the streets because they are not just outraged; they have given up hope from this government to do anything for the welfare of the women and welfare of the residents of Maharashtra, and their outrage in itself, their anger in itself, is an indicator of that.
And you know what is really worrying, Priyanka, is you've seen what's been taking place in Bengal, the anger and outrage over what's been taking place over there. It strikes me that the anger we're seeing in Bengal and the inaction, rather, forget about the anger for a moment, the inaction by the police and the administration, the authorities, the government that we're seeing that played out over the weekend happened at a time when the national mood is on crimes against women, is on the issue of rape. That's what makes this even worse, in my view.
Exactly. And considering Supreme Court took suo motu action on that particular incident, considering the public outrage and the public sentiment and public anger that is flowing out of what happened in West Bengal, goes on to show, and where the Supreme Court has come down heavy on that government, also says that it is the responsibility, it is the constitutional right of the women to get safety in workspaces. So these kids, these 4-year-olds, often we are told, please go at a time which is reasonable, step out of the house wearing decent clothes, go in safe zones, learn self-defense, that everything is a woman's responsibility to keep safe. Why is it that we're not asking these questions? When will the government take charge? When will the men take charge? And when will they be held responsible? When will, prosecution and execution of laws that are already in place ensure speedy justice for women? So when the Supreme Court has taken cognizance, we obviously are having a lot of report accusing the West Bengal government. Why is it that this government is being shielded in Maharashtra? And these were 4-year-old girls who felt that they are safer after their house, they're safe in their school environment. Yeah. And it is the very school which has let them down. They will have to live a life of not being able to have trust in anybody. And today the outrage is an indicator of exactly what is going wrong with governments, with their priorities as far as women's safety is concerned.
And Priyanka, I remember even during the Nirbhaya case, over a decade ago, I remember you were very vocal at that time as well. It just strikes me as citizens to think that in a suburb of a city like Mumbai, we're still talking about the same things. Resistance to register FIRs, parents being given the runaround. This is, it would be bad enough if this were in some obscure, unconnected part of India. This is a suburb of Mumbai where this is happening. All the horrors and the ghosts of the Nirbhaya aftermath and all the changes that we wanted to see, it looks like the system hasn't changed at all. That's my message from this.
And I just say one thing as a staunch Mumbaikar who has been speaking about how Mumbai continues to be safe for its women. Today, that also stands challenged at the altar of the state politics. What also worries me is, and I'll just like to go back to Nirbhaya. Yes, we all outraged. Yes, we had stricter law. But her own family had to wait 7 years to get justice. 7 years is too long a time.
Yeah.
And that
Priyanka,
is where my problem emerges. We have laws.
Sorry to interrupt you, Priyanka. We're going to live images now. There's a lathi charge happening on the protesters on the train platform at Badlapur. We'll go back to Priyanka if she's still with us, but these are live images coming in. We're going to stay with this. Lathi charge of protesters and citizens at the Badlapur railway station. This is a brutal crackdown by the police there. after a rail roko that has continued for over a day now. Crowds along the Badlapur railway station are being rained lathi blows on by the police there. Women and men police personnel with their lathis in a final crackdown on the protesters who have refused to budge. After action against the police for resisting a timely registration of an FIR after the setting up of an SIT by the Shinde government, the protesters are not happy at all. They've refused to move and the police has cracked down. There is stone pelting taking place as well. You can see stone pelting taking place. Saurabh Bhaktania is on the ground. Let's cut across to Saurabh. We'll get to Saurabh Bhaktania in just a moment. You can see stone pelting taking place. Lathi charge on protesters at the Badlapur railway station. These are live pictures, viewers. You can see there is stone pelting taking place. The police is responding with heavy duty lathi charge of the protesters there in an effort to get them to move and to call off this rail roko. Angry Indian citizens in Badlapur over the lack of action by the police on ground to register a case and register an FIR after 2 little school kids were sexually assaulted inside their school toilet by a male janitor who has since been arrested by the police. A big escalation here at the Badlapur railway station. This is a suburb of Mumbai. It's just outside Mumbai in the Thane district. It's part of the Mumbai metropolitan region. And on India Today's cameras, you can see the police in a kind of final crackdown to get the crowds cleared. Divyesh Singh is with me live from the Badlapur railway station. Divyesh, big crackdown. We can see a lathi charge. We can see stone pelting also taking place.
After hours of convincing, hours of request by the Thane Police Commissioner, Thane Additional Commissioner and Minister Girish Mahajan, when the protesters did not budge, now police have resorted to lathi charge. But the protesters have also started pelting stones. Remember, they are on railway track and there are stones handy over there. They've started throwing stones on police officials and the people who gathered there. So they are resorting, they are protesting against police, they are protesting against the administration. But this lathi charge, this is the second time lathi charge is started or being started by police to disperse the crowd, because it's more than 8 hours now that the train services have been disrupted, have been stopped completely at Badlapur railway station. Trains are not going beyond Ambernath station, and also mail and express trains going from Mumbai towards southern India are completely disrupted. Some of the trains have been routed from Panvel, but most of the other trains have been cancelled. So this has affected people highly. Large number of people are affected, and in order to disperse the crowd, in order to pull up the protesters out of the track, police had called for additional sources, and now they've resorted to lathi charge. But the protesters have also launched an attack with the stones present on the railway track. Those are being thrown at the police officials. Police officials have also called for an SRPF battalion to maintain law and order, in order to disperse the crowd from the Badlapur railway station. Sure.
It looks like some of the crowds have been moved. It looks like some people are injured as well. This was a swift, pretty merciless lathi charge on protesters who had refused to move. I think the police had made attempts to verbally request the crowds to call off this rail roko that had been on for a long time, after which the police was given clearance to clear it using force, and that's why a lathi charge, it triggered a stone pelting episode as well, and hopefully things will be calmer at this point of time. But the protesters in no mood to call off their protest.